Found the other end of this. It was way lower than I thought. Clay tile.
I also own a farm.
Here we go. You're now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. It's chilly this morning. We got a Carhartt on. It's windy. I'll tuck you guys behind the wind. Somebody did ask if we're gonna do Carhartts this year. Yes, we're back on schedule on life and things like that. Working towards things, organized. We gotta finish up some projects. I actually just had a gentleman stop in, which you guys are awesome. He stopped in from Ohio. I appreciate it, Paul. Yeah, we might have some things that will help us out in the future. So very excited for that. And opportunities, great people, knowledge, opportunities. Also learned that there's some farms that watch along that are very predominant and impressive dairy operations that will probably bring to you guys that have offered to open the door. So this world is just tiny, and it's because you guys watch along that we get to showcase some of this. What are we doing today? So this morning it's been chilly. It was like 47 degrees when I woke up. I'm gonna move the 4640 out of the way. The 112 did a great job mowing up. We just got weed whack still. Honestly, we should find somebody that wants to weed whack first, but that way we can keep doing things. We're gonna go wrap up digging ditches, get that last tile line outlet done. The gentleman Paul, he said, hey, these are the best outlet traps. So I had a very good talk with him this morning. I am gonna move this so it's no longer just sitting in the roadway. Yanko, he's over there playing with the pig still. But at the end of the day, we're gonna wrap up some more digging. I know it's not the best content, but it's making a huge difference for our end goals. Hopefully our last video of digging out there. Everything else down through here is really dug well. Honestly, we got a little bit out front and we got cleaning up to do with out front. Oh, we do have to cut a tree down. I didn't think about that. So we'd have some project out back still. What up, buddy? But we'll move this out of the way. Hopefully we'll start. We don't need the AC on, I can tell you that. Oh, look at the birds made a mess on the hood. That's weird. It's never done. It has been sitting for a little bit. I'll prime the pump and we'll see. Yeah, I think it just needed a little bit of priming. That's better, right? Okay, 46 is parked. It will need the duals back on. I did try to buy a new silo blower yesterday. It was cheap. It had already sold. It was actually really nice and cheap. Like, really nice. 1,000 shaft. But it had sold on Facebook Marketplace. Literally got posted and I saw it. But we are gonna have to blow some feet up. Maybe sooner than later. So, I'm gonna walk up to the Mini. You coming, Yanko? So we have, this stuff was mowed early, that stuff was mowed later, that stuff was mowed way later. We're all spread out, and I'd love to make some more dry hay. We're gonna have to make some storage, and yeah, this stuff's gone by. So the clovers passed. There's a ton of feed here. Is it the best feed? No. But I am very impressed with how much feed there really is. So our big issue is, and I'll pull the weather up here. 10-day forecast. 10-day, come on. So it's gonna rain tomorrow, 1/10 of an inch. Thursday, no rain, high of 66, low of 49. Friday, 72, low of 49. Saturday, 77, and so on and so on. We don't have heat. It's cold at night. It takes a while to recover. It's gonna be tough making dry hay. So, corn is jumping though. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Nervous, but excited. And I don't know. So yesterday I moved the trailer, or the box, for Steve, and I had him give me a ride back down, thinking, oh, I just drive my pickup up, fuel it up. The machine has enough fuel to make it for what we need to wrap up, but now I'm walking, which isn't the worst thing. We got to focus on our health, get in good shape, keep going. But you can see deer went along and ripped them down, and a bunch of people have said, why don't you sell leases for deer hunting? Larry hunts the ground. Larry does a very good job, puts a lot of effort in. He did get a bear on film moving across the property, which we had last year too. So hopefully that bear stays away and it doesn't find any need to ruin some corn for us. But alrighty, gotta grab both buckets because I want to dig with this one. We got waterways to do. We can look at what the tile lines are doing, since I don't remember, did it rain last night? No, it didn't. It just got windy and cold, which they've lied about all the weather. They've said it was going to rain, and it hasn't really rained at all this week. Yeah, at some point this hole has to go down. I don't know, maybe we'll do that. See how much time we have. So I'd say we're cleaning it up very well, much more than what we did last year, which we should be. But I just came over here, and a lot of people always say, why don't you spread your piles out? Well, here's our pile that we're digging right now, and honestly, if we can take that material and put it in low spots or washout spots in the field, that would be a whole lot better than spreading it out over here. But I'm digging along, and well, I found the tile line that I was looking for right here. So that's less than ideal. I did pull it up. I did not realize that until I just moved over here. Probably switch to the other bucket, but it is way up in the air now. We're sitting on. There you guys can see it. So I'm gonna dig it back. We're gonna put it's a metal one coming out right now. I don't know how this lays out, since the tile line that we have issues with where it ran up stops about here. So maybe this one does from here back. I don't know. And somebody said have an expert come in and do it. Okay. I think we've talked about this before, but alrighty. I'm gonna put this right here because this has rocks from where the outlet is and stuff. Alrighty, I'm gonna dig this back and we're gonna find out exactly what we got. We might have to walk down and grab another piece of yeah, we're probably gonna have to walk down and grab another piece of pipe, and then we'll rebury this. But last year this was like right at the level, so clearly we figured out where the bottom of these ditches really are, which is a huge difference, and that is going to make our water flow so much better down on these low bottoms. As you see, it's proper now. I got a big stump there, but otherwise it's back to where the original level, because you can see where it changes from sediment down to well, it's not bedrock up here, the clay level. So well, let me get this dug up. I was like, I don't know where it is. I couldn't remember. So yes, we're gonna put it on maps. We're gonna flag them. We're gonna put ends on them. I'm gonna keep digging a little bit around it since I'm sitting here before we jump out. It is almost 3:30. We literally have been digging for 4.5 hours, and this is the first I've filmed of any of the digging, because it's just It's the same thing over and over again. But it's huge progress. And when we're done, hopefully we get a couple years without having to go tile line. Well, dig ditches. But this is part of property maintenance. Found the other end of this. It was way lower than I thought. Clay tile. Yeah. It's got a lot of flow out of it though. It's been blocked up. So I thought it was way higher, but I'll dig this a little bit more. We'll have to dig back with the shovel. Because yeah, we got some roots in there, but not much. Oh, there's a coupler right there. Yep. It's a piece right in between it. I think that's running more than that other one. So that's good. I believe that's it for outlets up this way. I'll dig some more till we either get boxed in or tired. We might have to go do some trucking. Aaron just asked us about it. But got that hooked in. Is it perfectly hooked in? Probably not, but is it pretty good? Yeah. So, but that's quite the flow for, honestly, we've got rain, but the ground is not saturated. Clearly the ground's saturated. And I did pull this out of it. So, root came in through that cracked one and yeah, made that mess, but wow. Okay, so we got the drone up in the air and I figured I'd show you some of the waterways we had dug previously, since I spent so much time just in the excavator the other day. It takes quite a bit of time, so fly down to the entrance. As you see, we have dropped grass, so it's a few days later, but gotta watch out for the power lines. So that's the driveway expansion as far as what it's looking like from above. Cleans it up quite a bit. It is a little, well, it's not as wide as we possibly could have went over the culvert there, but finding a proper fit or an excessive length was going to be, well, costly. So balling on a budget right now. Water is running. Yesterday we got a little bit of rain and then the mower actually dropped all the grass. So that will be in a future video. We got the drone out with it. But waterways are doing their thing. So let's make sure we don't fly into the, there we go, power lines. Otherwise that would be awkward. So working up through it, the bedrock down underneath that water. So we know it was the base level. Right here is a little sharp turn. Somebody said, oh, you're changing the waterways. No, we're bringing them back to existing levels. So, and then moving up. So at some point we'll level these piles out or utilize them. Right in here. Actually, did I go too far? Where are we? Yeah, we missed it. Right, oh, there we go. Right here where all these rocks are, used to actually be a bridge that went across. So at some point I'd actually like to bring that back. We got to dig some of the rocks. That's actually a concrete side on the one side. The other side must have fallen in at some point, but moving up through it, water is looking good. And somebody always says, well, you're in the swamp, that's illegal. So let me explain out back here. This stuff is mostly man-made. As far as you see that pond, yeah, they dug that pond. That was all man-made. That actually is pretty good grazing ground. It's not swamp. So we got our waterway that goes up through. And as you see, this corn, this is my worst planting job. Well, over here is not that bad. Looks pretty bad up further. There is a big skip in the middle. But right in the middle there, you can see nothing grew because of how wet it was. So we'll go out here. And you can see the tile outlets pretty good. I don't know how much I can zoom in before I lose service. We are out quite a distance. Wow. Oop. Is that plugged? No. I was gonna say Somebody said muskrats, so it doesn't look like it's running right now, which is good. I have yet to see muskrats, but we very well could. I'm testing my luck because that's going to be a long walk. We gotta go get this. Not running either. So they were running previously. Like I said, this pond here is actually man-made, and we have not actually gone around it. We haven't ever messed with it, so it comes off the spring out back. I think I'm at the furthest distance, but so from there, water runs up. We got our other tile outlet. There's 2 tile outlets actually we can see in the shot. That one's still running. You can see it running right along. So that goes up into the field there. And then our waterway dug up through there. So all of this is just maintenance side of it. Not altering or building anything. We're just taking it back to existing. So we will go up a little bit here. Yeah, I should have just made it go straight through right in the middle there, but we made it go around because that was existing pathway. So, and you can see sprayer ruts from turning and some yellow from just being wet. Out there in the middle actually looks pretty good. It doesn't look nearly as wet as what it was this spring, but that was a duck pond. So I'm hoping by getting those tiles actually running the proper way, that solved our issue and we don't actually have a broken tile anywhere. We did end up digging out back, but you're gonna have to stay tuned for that. So I'll bring you guys back in here, and things are looking pretty good. I wish we didn't have corn that had wet feet like this, but yeah, you can see my one pass there. I planted a lot of corn late and when I was tired. So that is pretty ugly. That is the ugliest planting job I have, and it is right in front of my house, and I gotta look at it all the time. So hopefully we have a good day getting some hay done, and we will check back in with you. Well, we'll have the next video, some more digging, and then yeah, I'm sitting here. It's always weird wearing your goggles. I'm sitting here hanging out. We got the truck moved, things like that. So have a good one. See you on the next one.